Moment of truth. Okay, the red light is telling me we are live in living color. Hi, everyone. We are live all over the place. So we're going to kick this party off in just a minute. But if you are coming on with us live, say hello. We'd love to say hello back to you. If you guys are catching this on the replay, let us know where you're watching from, which platform, because we are streaming all over the place. And also who invited you. And of course, if you are watching this on the replay. And I'm super excited. And before we do our little introduction here, I think I'm just going to talk about some housekeeping here for 1 second. Do me a favor, if you are new and have never watched our lives before, we're using a platform called StreamYard. If you would just click the link above in this video, there's a link that allows StreamYard to know who you are, essentially. And that way, as you're commenting, we can see who you are that's joined us. So click and acknowledge the StreamYard link above if you don't mind. And we're going to get this party started. So if we are meeting for the first time, I am Sonia.
And I am Sarah, and we are two driven boss ladies who have learned to live with chronic illnesses and inspire health through our journey.
And yes, we just so happen to be really obsessed with collagen. So welcome to episode 3 of Coffee and Collagen. Sarah, take it away.
And I know you can see there's 3 of us on here. We're not just ignoring her. We just wanted to wait a moment because I wanted to properly introduce my dear friend and business partner, Alicia Amayo. I'm so excited that she was able to join Sonia and I this afternoon. Alicia and I have worked together for a couple of years in a previous business, and truly she's one of my best friends. She's just an incredible human being, and I'm so blessed to call her that. But she's had some extraordinary results with this collagen that we're so obsessed about. You know, Sonia and I have been on here the last 2 weeks. We've done 2 episodes that we're going to do weekly moving forward. And we talked about having some special guests come on. And we couldn't think of anybody better than Alicia to get started because Alicia's had, like I said, some tremendous results. And I don't want to keep going on and on about these tremendous results. I want her to share her story. So I would love for you all to meet Alicia.
Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. I'm excited to be here and chat with you ladies today. So thanks for inviting me. This is going to be fun.
Super excited. So we have to do the official cheers, right? Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. So yeah, bring it, girl. Tell us a little bit about your collagen journey because like your story is like mind blowing. I would love to hear just, tell us a little bit about your background and kind of what's led you to this point.
So do you ever go through things in your life and while you're going through them, you don't quite understand why you're on this particular journey or on this path until you get through the wilderness and then you have clarity and you're like, okay, sometimes you go through things so that you can learn from them and share with other people your experience because maybe your experience can help other people too. So, that leads me into like why I'm here. I would say back in September, October of last year is really kind of where this started for me. And I had no idea I would end up here. I got sick, a lot of people are experiencing this particular sickness, but I got sick and a few months after I was sick, I started losing my hair. And I had heard, previous to that of other people losing their hair, but I didn't think that it would affect me. Like, that's not going to happen to me. It happens to other people. It doesn't happen to me. But I was losing my hair. I would take a shower and my fingers, so I have curly hair, so I don't use a brush or anything like that. My brush is my fingers, and I do it in the shower. I flip my head upside down and run my fingers through my hair in the shower, and I would just run my hair through my hands through my hair, and my fingers are just covered in hair. Like, normally I'd lose either none or 5 or 6 hairs, but this is like handfuls of hair in the shower. And I'm like, oh my goodness, no, like, I can't believe this is happening to me. And I've been on a curly girl journey for years. If you have curly hair and you don't know what the curly girl method is, you've got to look it up. It will change your hair. Okay. So I've been on this journey already with my hair. And like, I'm sorry, I'll admit, I'm vain about my hair. I mean, I think probably most women are, but I am.
Well, you have the best hair, so that's okay.
Oh, thanks. You know, it's funny, when I was a little girl, I can remember like my mom would do my hair. And at that time I had straight hair. It didn't go curly until puberty, but I had straight hair, and she would do my hair for me, pull it up in the cute little do's, and I would touch it. And if it had lumps in it, like a bump in it, like I'd make her redo it. You know, like, oh no, it has lumps in it. Like, so I've always had this like weird thing about my hair. So anyway, going back to it falling out. So it's falling out by the handfuls. And so whenever I have like kind of issues or whatever, like I like to go on Facebook and find groups. And I add myself to groups of other people that are going through maybe some of the same things that I'm going through. So I found a couple of hair loss groups, and hair loss because of a particular reason. And I joined these groups. And so I'm reading through other people's posts, and there's so many women going through this, and men too, but I think women are a little more concerned about their hair. It's our crown, right? So many women are sharing their experiencing. Then some women are having like success with it regrowing it. And the one thing that I learned was that it was gonna fall out. Like, you can't stop it from falling out. It's just got to do its thing. You have to focus on the regrowth. And so one of the things that I kept seeing in there was to take collagen. Now, I have been a sporadic collagen user. Okay, like I've been a customer for a while. Okay. But I wasn't really like, I took it because I felt like, well, I know I should take it, but I wasn't like, I didn't have like, I have to take it because of this, you know, so I'm going to be consistent with it. So when I was hearing like, you know, collagen's going to help, I'm like, okay, well, I have some in the fridge, and it says on the bottle to take a tablespoon, serving size 1 tablespoon. Okay. So I decided that I was going to 1 tablespoon twice daily for optimal results. Now I'm looking for optimal results because at this point, like if you go through my photos in my phone, like, okay, so I've been in this industry for a while. We take selfies a lot. We just do, you know.
That's a few, right?
But if you go through my phone in the months between like, you know, December really through March, I hardly have any selfies of myself. And I was so sad because I'm like, I'm coming into summer. I'm not going to have my hair. Like, what am I going to do? Like when I go down to the lake or to the pool, like, what am I going to do about my hair? I guess I'll have to wear a hat. And Sonia, I'm sorry, I'm not a hat girl.
It's okay. It's okay. I bet
I have a couple, but I'm not like, I mean, they're hanging right there, but I'm not like, I prefer my hair down, you know? So anyway, I'm like, I'm going to have an awful summer because my hair just looks terrible, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't have hardly any selfies. And the ones I do, you know, now I'm sharing those selfies because I'm like, look at how bad it was, but look how good it looks now. Like, I can't believe really how much this has helped me. So my hair shed from the middle of November to the middle of January for just about 8 weeks straight. And during that time, you know, I was really super consistent, taking my collagen twice a day, you know, and even still I'm taking it. And I started to notice substantial results, you know, probably around the end of April, the beginning of May. And I get that question a lot, like, how long before you saw results? How long was it shedding for? And so that's why I'm sharing that with you now. Like, I don't think you can expect to take it for a month and have crazy results. Like, you have to be consistent in taking it, you know? But I'm really happy. I'm really happy now. My kids, my husband, like, they're always commenting on how good my hair looks now. And because they knew how sad I was. They knew how, I mean, I was buying like bun toppers, and I bought hat wigs and extensions, and I spent so much money on all of these things because I'm just like, what do I do? You know, and now like I may just donate those to somebody else that could be going through, but also make sure that I tell them to take liquid collagen because it really, really has helped. It really has helped me a lot. So that leads into, you know, when you have such good results with something, and I'm the kind of person where I can't keep my mouth shut. If I find something good, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. Like if I find something good, I have to share it with other people. And so, Sarah actually had approached me and said, you know, I decided I am going to start sharing this liquid collagen with people. And you know, I'm a customer, but I wasn't looking at the business side of it at all. Like it wasn't on my radar at all. But like, you know, she kind of took this leap of faith and decided to do it. And I'm like, okay, why wouldn't I? Like I have a personal testimony, you know, like why wouldn't I share it with other people and kind of make it my primary source of let me share with you what's worked for me, you know?
And isn't it incredible? Like, I feel like a lot of us, collagen, we know is something that has been tied mentally to aesthetics, right? Hair, skin, and nails. But once you start using it and you start experiencing it, and not just any collagen, because I know Alicia, she does her due diligence and she started with the best. So it's not like she had to compare to something that was lesser. Sonia and I were both using other forms of collagen for many years and weren't experiencing any results. But it's crazy when you start using the proper stuff and you start actually experiencing not just like I've had hair growth come back too. And it's been amazing because for me, like over here, I had a lot of hair loss. I don't know why, but it's been growing back. And I have all these baby hairs now that are
Baby hairs, yep.
But it's incredible because it's showing me that it's working. But on top of it, as I said in the introduction, and we say every week, Sonia and I have been tasked in our life to overcome these chronic illnesses that we face. And I'm not going to make any medical claims here. And we have Sonia to explain a little bit more if we need to get into it. But what it's done for so many other aspects of our life has been so incredible too, that I mean, Alicia and I had the conversation. Sonia and I had the conversation. The three of us have had the conversation. When you're taking something that works so well, how can you be so selfish and not share it, right?
Right. Yeah.
Spot on. And you know, it's interesting because a lot of people come for the aesthetic reason, whether that's the skin, the hair, the nails, and then they end up with, like in Sarah's case, like being able to stay out of the hospital. And, you know, in my case, being able to really work toward healing my gut. I've got Epstein-Barr. So it's a constant like roller coaster ride of gut issues. And it has been so amazing to see the changes just in that aspect. So what I came for was to keep away from Botox. But the reality is, while I opened up that box, it was like a box of a whole bunch of other benefits, right? So I got that benefit, but I got a whole lot more. And I know, Alicia, in your case too, right? You had like one thing on your mind, and that's fix my hair. But I know you've probably experienced some other things as well. Tell us about some of the other, you know, positive side effects you've had.
Well, I can remember, you know, shortly after I was sick, I was visiting with a friend or we were texting or something, and she told me that I looked gaunt.
Oh,
I was like, okay, what does gaunt mean exactly?
let me look that up, right?
I totally Googled the word and I was like, aw, I look gaunt. I mean, that's kind of sad, you know, you're grayish and pale and skinny and, you know, dry. And so, you know, I do have pictures in my phone, you know, of me facing a window. And my skin looks dry and I look pale and I look not pruned. That's not what I'm trying to say. Raisin. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I just didn't look, you know, supple and glowy or whatever. And, but now, like, I feel like you know, I had said, like, I feel like I've aged 10 years after I got sick. I feel like I aged 10 years. Like, this is awful. Like, I can't believe this. And so many other people saying the same thing. Like, I feel like I've aged 10 years. But once again, you know, being consistent with the collagen, I feel like I have my youthful appearance back, you know? And, you know, I didn't really understand why collagen was so important, but like, if you research it a little bit, like it starts depleting in our 20s, you know? And my mom didn't tell me to take collagen. Now I'm telling my mom she needs to take collagen. You know what I mean? Like, come on, mom, take some collagen. We all need to take collagen, you know? These young people, you know, now like you know, combat the aging process and take collagen. Like it's really beneficial.
It's so funny that you bring that up. I just made a TikTok video. I think it was last week sometime, and it was a duet with another video, and that video was a bunch of, I would say, 18 to 22-year-old girls, and they were all huddling around. It looked like they were huddling behind me, and I was like, "Come here, girls. Let me tell you why you should start this collagen, hyaluronic acid, and chondroitin sulfate now." Before you get to that feeling old place, right? It was really funny, but that's exactly right. I mean, we don't think about these things until all of a sudden we look in the mirror and we see, oh, there's a fine line, there's a wrinkle, there's a whatever, right? But not realizing the other health benefits that come along with it. So, I mean, women in particular, we're a little vain sometimes. And so we start things for vanity reasons, and then we realize the impact, you know, of all the other things that happen to us. So that's really, really powerful. I love that. And so, like, model your hair for us, Alicia, because like it just looks perfect right now. Like,
oh my
Lord, hair.
I'm so thrown off by the reverse camera thing, but
I know, me too.
So I'm getting, I had to cut it. Like I had to cut it because it was falling out so much that, I mean, it was long. It was like probably down to here, but the ends were so stringy because it was so thin. So I had to cut it short. And now it's growing in and I've got volume, now I just have to give it time to get its length back, you know? Yeah. So, but I'm excited that I have something that's helping me. I do have something else that I want to share. So, when I decided to jump on board with Sarah and do this, you know, I really wanted my husband to do it with me because when we work together, like, it doesn't matter what we do, when we work together, like, we do really well. So, of course, you know, he's got to believe in it if he's going to share it with other people. And he wasn't taking it before. But he started taking it like probably around June 1st or so. And just last week, we had to deliver our motorhome to our renters. And he drove it for the first time in a long time. We had to drive it like 2.5 hours. We had to drive through the mountains. It was crazy. It was the craziest mountain trip we've taken in the motorhome. Like, I was gripping my seat, like, oh! Anyway. So normally when he would stand up out of the chair to get out of the driver's seat, like, his knee would be achy. Like, it was something he always expected when he got out of the seat. And he's tried other things in the past, like topical things, oral things to try to help with the pain. But he got out of it and he was like, it like dawned on him, like, wow, like my knee doesn't hurt. Like, and it normally does. Like, I normally expect it to hurt. Like, and he noticed that. And the only thing that he'd been doing differently is he started taking the Life twice a day. So he's got some other issues, you know, in his joints and stuff. He's going to be 50 this year. So, yeah, so he's got some other issues, and I switched him over to the sport because I think it'll address him and his issues, more specifically. So we're really excited to see, you know, another 2 weeks or so, what that's going to do for him.
Oh, that's amazing. Like, my other half too does a lot of, you know, CrossFit and heavy workouts and things. And his office is downstairs. So he surfaces, as I say, he surfaces at mealtime or like at the end of the day or when it's time to go for a walk. So I would always hear him, and my office is in the back of the house. I would literally hear him coming up the stairs, creak, 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 creak. And I'd be like, oh, here comes Wes. And I started him. He takes the sport he started on the sport. He's never taken anything else because, you know, he was really attracted to the branched chain amino acids that are in the sport. And so now he takes it, and now I don't always know when he's coming. So I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but nonetheless, it's a good thing for him because
Right.
his joints don't creak, and neither do I. I've never really had too many joint issues. I've had a lot of soft tissue issues just because of the Epstein bars. So, you know, like I get weird migrating pain in my muscles, and it's just really icky, chronically tense. And I will tell you that the pain has been much better controlled. I just move easier, I guess is the best way of saying that. So whether that's joints or the soft tissue or a little of both, I mean, those are all, you know, benefits that people can experience, including myself. So, you know, I think what started as, you know, one little vanity thing to help alleviate some fine lines and wrinkles on my face and keep me out of the in my face, I was like, well, let me just try this. And then this whole host of other things happened. And much like these ladies, it was like, well, how could I not tell people about this? And now, I mean, here on the screen, we've helped a lot of people improve their health, because the reality is everybody has different goals. Alicia had a big one with her hair, and some people might say, well, that was a vanity thing, right? But her body had gotten into an unhealthy state because of the thing, and therefore, you know, she was needing to replenish what was wrong. And obviously, you know, Sarah, your journey is like amazing, like what you've done. And, you know, for me, it's been more of a gradual thing, but I will tell you this, I've been sharing this now for a year and a few months, and there is not one person that I've helped that has not had some form of a result. And as a registered dietitian, nutritionist, and certified diabetes educator, I've worked with a lot of products throughout the years.
You got it to
I will
work.
tell you, there is not one product that has helped everybody that I've worked with.
Just has
That's a strong statement, right? I mean, Sarah, what do you think too? I know you've been here, you know, helped quite a few people as well.
I think it's incredible because you never know what you're going to hear from the people that are trying it. But within, I want to say a few weeks, sometimes a week plus, depending on what they're using, especially if they're using the collagen, it's more energy. Joints are, you know, not hurting like they were. GI symptoms for myself and some other people have gotten better. I don't want to name what everybody's experiencing and make these crazy claims or anything, but all I can say is that I've tried even other liquid collagens and I've gotten sick from them. I couldn't stomach them. I'm very sensitive to stuff, being as sick as I was. So the fact that I was able to start using it, and within a week and a half, I was noticing huge improvements in things that I was having a huge battle with. And then on top of it, having even more results beyond what I was hoping for. Like the fact that I can walk up and down my stairs without hurting. I played soccer for many years, almost 16 years. I've destroyed my joints. And the fact that I can get around better, just that alone is worth sharing. But what it's done so far with my health, I can't scream it loud enough. So I'm blown away what it's done for me, what it's done for Alicia, what it's done for Sonia, and so many people that we've helped so far. And I just can't wait for you to try it. If you guys are watching this right now and you have not had a chance to try this liquid gold, there's different types that you can get your hands on. Reach out to one of us that invited you on to watch this, because it really is worth trying.
And I have to say too, sorry, Sonia.
Go ahead.
It is so, you just saw what Sonia just did, right? She just took
Wait it, baby.
like it's in your fridge. Like I keep it in the door of my fridge, and it's just easy to open it, take a swig once in the morning, once at night, and you got it for the day. It tastes so good. Like it's the simplest thing to do. Like so simple. Like you even probably have to be careful you don't take more than one swig. You know?
I've got it pretty figured out after a while now. I used to, and sometimes I still do this, like, you know, pour it in a shot glass, because when you try to put it on a spoon, it just falls in the sink because it's liquid, right? So first I measured out a tablespoon and poured that into a shot glass so I knew exactly what it was. And I was like anal about where it went in the shot glass. And then time went on, and actually Wes started doing it before me. He's like, "What? Why are you measuring that? Just swig it right out of the bottle." I was like, "Well, okay, I guess not. This is me hitting the bottle these days, right?"
Right? Me too. That's funny. I like
The
it.
bottle that makes you better, not
Right?
worse.
Yeah.
So, well, this has been so much fun. Ladies, anything else you want to add? I'm just so inspired by your story, Alicia. Like, I want hair like yours, so I'm just going to keep drinking this, and maybe mine will turn curly and awesome like yours. There's hope, but
Now, do you have any wave?
I do actually, which is why I had to straighten it. So I need to understand your curly girl thing. I don't have as much curl as you, but I have a lot of wave, and it's like I either have to curl it or straighten it. It's like that fuzzy wave that just kind of lays on your head if you do nothing with it, if you know what I mean.
Well, I will give you some tips.
Yes, I would love that. I would love that. Sarah, anything else you want to add before we say adios?
I'm just having a ball, and thank you, ladies, for hopping on with us today.
Yes, we'll see you next week with who knows what. So if you guys found value in this, and if there's anybody we can help with their hair, their skin, their nails, their gut, anything that we can help them with to improve their health, go ahead and drop me down in the comments. We'll make sure to circle back with you, get you some information. If you just want a sneak peek at a few more testimonials, we have a really great group we can add you to where you can be exposed to a lot of great transformations. And then last but not least, if there's anyone we can help, go ahead, smash the share button and share this with people in your network and let us help them create optimal health as well. So thank you so much for watching, ladies. We'll see you soon. And next week, we'll be back with you again. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.